Hi, it's a little bit of irony, I have to tell you, because I'm talking about the art of balance, but I'm talking about endings. And I think today might be the significant ending, or the beginning of or the end of the ending. But anyway, these videos are intended to be about our 18 minutes and 33 seconds. And yesterday I was talking about divine masculine qualities that and evaluating myself and the progress I've made in this past year and a half or 2 years compared to each of these characteristics of divine masculine, and evaluating, trying to be fairly evaluate. I want to cough again, so that's why I'm drinking water. I don't know why that I have to meditate on why when I begin these sessions that I want to cough. I feel something in the back of my throat. So anyway, I got to yesterday. I was talking about. I think the last thing I talked about is logic and analysis. I have strong analytical skills. Just to kind of recap, strong analytical skills, but sometimes my sense of logic is basically not logical. So this aspect of the divine masculine and these characteristics I'm listing, it's put it together, logic and analysis. I think they should have been separate, but in my case they're definitely separate. Anyway, so with this new energy, this new discovery of the divine masculine, I've been feeling like I finally know how to be a father, I finally know how to be a son, and I finally know how to be a husband. I've had some of these opportunities are continuous, like parents are gone, so the aspect of being a son, but I have a brother and a sister, so there's still ample opportunity for me to be a brother. And I think I'm done being a dad. Well, a dad's forever, right? And I haven't done well, and I don't really know how to reconcile that one. But I don't even want to be logical, if that makes sense at all. I want to embrace, so maybe I'll split the logic and analysis, maybe I'll split that and say, okay, the next on the list is a warrior. And even though I talked about discipline, I think discipline and warrior are very connected. Even though I talked about discipline, I feel that I don't feel much warrior spirit. I've always kind of surrendered instead of continuing on to do battle. And maybe I still need work on that. Maybe I know I'm definitely a spiritual warrior, and I fought my balance, and that's linked to my discipline to practice Renzai Zen so rigorously for 33 years until I finally gave up. So I couldn't silence the mind. I couldn't silence the mind. I couldn't even quiet the mind. The raging monkey mind is with me all the time. I just don't pay it much attention. Okay, so warrior, maybe I'll come to understand as I'm embracing my divine masculinity. Maybe I'll understand that there's other arenas to be a warrior in than the spiritual realm. And actually, if I'm completely transparent with you, I dwell in the spiritual realm. I participate because I have to in the real world, the real unreal world. Do as much as I can to survive in this this ever-changing situation that I find my ever-evolving situation that I find myself in. Okay, so they talk about yang, yin and yang, yin and yang. The W-A-N-G is pronounced Wang here, not Wang, like Wang Computers. And Y-A-N-G is yang, not yang. Not yin and yang, yin and yang. So the A, I don't know why they spell it with an A, but here in Taiwan, we would pronounce that yang. So the Tao Te Ching, see, if you read it straight, it'd be Tao Te Ching, T-A-O. But here we say Tao, and I think Tao is the closest. It's closer than Tao. But isn't it interesting that the Tao Te Ching presents this concept of yin and yang, so important, and it came to me, that's the balance, right? That's the ultimate celebration that I have in 2026. Development of the divine masculine with the caveat, with the understanding that developing the divine masculine would offer me this balance that I'm so willing, I'm so happy to embrace this balance. And I explained before that even as I'm looking at you, I'm experiencing a sensation of physical balance. So that leads me to think, and it's evaporating, okay? It's becoming less and less each day. And I feel that it's as I get a deeper understanding of the divine masculine, that the illusions of duality, I can finally leave that behind. And I finally reconcile diametrically opposed concept, commonly accepted diametrically opposed actions or reactions, like love and hate, tall and short, and fat and thin, and light and dark, male and female. But again, it's on the continuum. Each of us, I manifest as a male and identify as a male. That's my pronoun, he. But I also celebrate the divine feminine within me. I love the cycles of the moon. I love the fact that a new moon, and that's completion and abundance and fertility. So you don't have to give birth to be fertile. You can give birth to ideas, to vibrations, to resonance. Okay, so yes, I'm still not there because I feel very strongly that the physical discomfort is only a reflection of spiritual, emotional, mental imbalance. So I'm not in balance yet, otherwise I wouldn't be experiencing this dizziness. But as I said, it's receding. I can see the end. Last year I just accepted, I said, okay, it's a consequence of aging that I'm dizzy. And I knew my circulation, my blood circulation wasn't sufficient. And that's the numbness in my hands and feet, and the numbness, the dizzy. It's all based on inadequate blood flow. And I kind of had decided that, well, I can live with anything, and I accept if this is my fate, if this is what life is presenting me with, I can accept it. It doesn't mean I'm resigned to it, but I just can accept and adapt. Say, okay, I'm always going to be dizzy. My hands and feet are going to be numb and cold from now on, as long as I'm in this physical body. But now I see the light. I see that as I delve into the spiritual realm, the mental realm, the emotional realm of finding balance through the development of the divine masculine, in my case, It might be different. Maybe your divine masculine is very male or female in a physical form. I know many women that their divine masculine is quite strong, and maybe at the expense of their divine feminine. So it has to be yin and yang, this equal, this Libra, this balancing, this on the scales of justice. Have to be as much weight in this, as much weight as there is in the masculine, right hand, and the feminine, yang and yin. Balance, okay? And survival. Okay, so I give myself a pretty high rating in survival. I think here I am, 77 years, soon to be 78 in March. So that's a testament, if nothing else, that I made it this far somehow. Dumb luck? So I want to add some characteristics to divine masculine. Truth. And truth means responsibility. To be responsible. I was able always, as a highly developed divine feminine energy, I was always willing to let someone else take the responsibility. I was always looking, okay, someone's going to take care of me. But I didn't understand that divine masculine, that's support, the caring, the truth. The truth is that I can provide for myself and that I'll be complete and whole unto myself. With nothing else. I don't need anything extra. It's just like a bonus, this combination. Because I really believe that Buddha's in the future, before Buddhist was a celibate, that came from the monk tradition. But now I'm seeing that it's evolving as well. And the evolution, the Buddhists in the future will demonstrate the feminine and the masculine, divine feminine, masculine in balance, equally. And I see it as two partners, a male and a female, or whatever the gender, who cares? But this kind of one with the nurturing energy from the yin, and one with the supportive, the truth, the responsibility, the provider. Okay, so I'm working on these skills. And it's interesting because balance is next. So a divine masculine is balance, but I might add only a divine masculine can only achieve balance from divine feminine. From the yin energy can the yang energy be balanced. Justice. So I have a built-in sense of fairness. I never say life's not fair, because life is so fair. So as you sow, so shall you reap, right? Karma. And order. I can see the spiritual order, the mental order, the emotional order, and once again, it's the physical order that I need to further enhance, to further develop. So, still a work in progress, but getting closer, and I can feel the end. And the end goal of all this is cosmic harmony. So I want to resonate. The reason I'm working at this so hard is so that this achieving balance the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the male, the opposite, to balance the opposites, to see, to truly understand that duality is an illusion, like all the other illusions. The only thing that's real is the divine order, the cosmic consciousness. That's real. The rest is superfluous, meaningless, fluff. And that's what we're here to do, to remember the forgotten. And that's the whole process of... I started remembering the forgotten, but it took me a long time, 10 years or 12 years, to really start to... 10 years to really understand the importance of the divine masculine in my personal experiences. This is where my work had to be. It took me a long time to see it. I didn't see it. I had my awakening experience, and I continue to have more and more awakening experience, but the basic one that includes past lives, where you have a review of your past lives, but reconciliation of opposites, polar opposites, of opposites that appear in real, and the cosmic joke. This opposite, this getting the understanding of what duality truly is. Duality is nothing but misinterpreted unity, misinterpreted oneness. There's only one. So they had, along with, so this is where the belly laugh comes in. Reviewing past lives, accepting duality. And when you accept duality, I remember when I said, oh, I can grasp that opposites are not opposite at all. That duality is the false illusion. And with that came the cosmic laugh. When I was going through this breakthrough awakening experience, I laughed. I don't even know how long I laughed. It took the course of 2 days. I never moved from my meditation chair for 2 days. Didn't eat, didn't go to the toilet, didn't do anything, didn't drink water, and it went by. I was even not aware that 2 days had passed. But the cosmic laugh, I must have laughed for hours. I laughed so long, the big Buddha belly laugh that we hear about. I laughed so long that it hurt. But all of a sudden it morphed into tears. And I was weeping. I was weeping just as strongly as minutes before or hours before, or that I was in the big belly laugh. It just morphed. It just changed. So here we are. I'm looking as we're wrapping up my 18 minutes and 18 seconds. I'm wrapping this up. I'm hoping to do better than yesterday. So welcome to the beginning of the ending.